spoken about it and are concerned, and we will talk about it. I'm also very happy to acknowledge the fact that we've just signed an agreement linking educational institutions and benefiting from the excellent educational environment that exists in Romania. Pakistani students will certainly benefit from this agreement that we have signed with the Polytechnic in Bucharest, scholarships that are being offered, the vocational skill development that we will get through your excellent institution, one of the best in Europe, will be of great value to Pakistan, and I'm delighted to have been part of it. I'm also, I want to acknowledge the excellent handling of the COVID situation by Romania. We are going through our fifth wave, so are you. But despite that challenging situation, I want to thank you, sir, and the people of Romania on behalf of the Prime Minister of Pakistan and the people of Pakistan for being very generous in gifting, 500,000 doses of the coronavirus virus. Our inoculation program is quite advanced. We have inoculated something like 70 million people. We are a large population of 220 people, an equally large market for trade and investments. Thank you for doing that. I think in the days ahead, there are great opportunities for Pakistan and Romania to develop a better understanding. We want to exploit the potential and the opportunities that we have been overlooking. This is the right time. This is the right time to move ahead. And inshallah, hopefully, this trip and this visit will set the tone for a better understanding between our two countries. Thank you for the invitation. And I also want to invite you to visit Pakistan. Once we've had the bilateral political consultations and we've reviewed where our bilateral relations stand, I would want you to come and visit Islamabad and see how do we move forward. Thank you.
Domnilor miniștri, vă mulțumim pentru declarații. Așa cum menționam la început, avem câteva minute și pentru întrebări. Colegele mele vă vor ajuta.
Ministers, as we said, we have some minutes for questions, so please stand and indicate the person you are asking the question to. Julian Enescu, Ecopolitics. First of all, Minister, I'm sorry for the losses in your country in the recent days when dozens of people have died after a snowstorm, including children, from what I've heard. So our sincere condolences. First question for the Pakistani minister, but also for the Romanian minister. If this is the first visit after 20 years of a foreign affairs minister, and I mentioned the visit of Nadem Raza, the general, last year, with the Ministry of Defense, which is now the current Prime Minister. So when do we expect a visit of the President of Pakistan or of the Prime Minister of Pakistan to Romania? And for Mr. Raurescu, if you agreed, from what I understand, you already have been invited to Pakistan, but have you decided on an exact date in the near future, given that the last visit of president level was in 95 and the level of prime minister was in 95. So if it's possible, when could we have visits at these levels? Thank you, and I will have a second question after the answers.
Well, thank you for condoling with me on the tragic loss of life that we've had in the last few days because of the exceptional snowfall that we've had in our resort in Murray. You rightly pointed out that despite excellent relations, our frequency of interaction has been somewhat limited. And in recognition of that, I'm here in Bucharest. As I said earlier on, want to lay the foundations of a new era of our bilateral relations. We've had good discussions. We've agreed to have a bilateral political consultations in the next few months. And building on that, I've invited the foreign minister to visit Islamabad, to visit Pakistan, and obviously this will set the tone and create that enabling environment that is required for a summit-level visit of the Prime Minister or the President of Pakistan to Bucharest. One is conscious of that. One sees potential in developing a better understanding between the two countries. Economic understanding, we are laying the foundations of a better economic understanding. The agreement that we've signed between the chambers, the fact that we've agreed to revive the Joint Commission, the Joint Economic Commission, is setting the tone for that relationship that you would like to see develop between Romania and Pakistan. This visit, I think, will be the stepping stone for that.
Nu pot decât să fiu complet de acord cu
I can only fully agree with what the minister has said. Actually, even since last year, actually envisaged since 2019, and I requested my colleagues from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs review of the status of our relationship with the important partners in various regions of the globe. And as I said, the COVID-19 pandemic has several effects, and one of them was the awareness of the importance of the strategic resilience of Romania and the need to strengthen the relationship with partners that are like-minded, that is, those that have the same values as Romania and with whom we can have closer cooperation or relationships in such a way that we can have additional benefits in a more complicated context. So this is why last year we initiated, well, we had a phone call in September, then we agreed and we had a very good meeting in New York, and with that opportunity we set this visit that takes place today in Bucharest, and I'm very happy that this happened. So practically we are starting a new chapter in our bilateral relationship, a chapter of close relations at political level, but also when it comes to economics and investments. And we want to take it step by step, but in an accelerated way, in developing the bilateral dynamics. This is why we agreed on the one hand to have consultation at the minister level, then I will visit the Islamic Republic of Pakistan, and I want to thank my colleague for his invitation, and I'm happy to accept it. Also today we agreed to create a plan of bilateral contacts between the Romanian and Pakistani ministries of common interest, and we will implement this contact plan, and also with the help of our diplomatic missions in Bucharest and Islamabad. And as the minister said, this is the cornerstone based on which we will have contacts at a higher level.
वज़ीर ख़ारजा शाह महमूद कुरैशी अपने रोमानिया मनसब के हमरा मीडिया से गुफ्तगू कर रहे हैं। उन्होंने कहा कि मेरा हालिया दौरा रोमानिया और पाकिस्तान के ताल्लुकात को मज़ीद मुस्तहकम करने में अहम किरदार अदा करेगा।